Hi, it's Luke here from Proactive, the instant reporting app brought to you by the Welsh Rugby Union. And today I'm excited to be running through submitting a report, which really is the beating heart of the app. Now, as we've looked at before, we arrive on the dashboard, and this shows you the incidents, the hazards and concussions that have already been reported within the team or the club that you are working with, and the stage that they're at. But obviously, for those to exist, as they do in this demo account, we have to create one. And as you can see, there's a number of places either down here, there's a submit report button, or up here. And once you click that, you're going to arrive here with these options. We're going to start with reporting an incident. The hazards and pre-session checks are relatively straightforward. The majority of what is going to be reported in the app are incidents. So if we go in and start with one here, then you'll see just how easy it is to run through the form, starting with the date, the time, and then the type of incident, which in this case is an injury. We then go over here, having filled in the group that the person that had the incident is associated to next. We're going to add the name. We don't store the names of the individuals. You can't upload all of the clubs and the members, so it really is on a case-by-case basis. So if the same person was to have an incident a week apart, you would end up putting their details in again, so you don't sit around hoping it will self-populate. And then we're going to look at reporting where the injury occurred. And in this case, it's a head or neck. Describe the injury. Add the injury. It will ask you if you want to add another injury. Luckily, on this occasion, there was no other injury. I'm going to put the cause of the injury. Then we're going to describe what happened. We can then put in some additional information. The more information, the better as a general rule. Was first aid administered? In this case, yes. Were there any witnesses? On this occasion, yes. Was medical assistance called for? No. Was the guardian informed? Yes. And then if there's any additional notes, and here we're going to put add to concussion tracker to remind us to do that. And there we go. That's the incident reported with all the information that we need. We can check through that. We can click next. And then here we can just put a signature on that so that someone's responsible for having added that. And are any follow-up actions required? Well, in this case they are, because we're going to add them to the concussion tracker. So we're going to click that. Suggested actions are, and there we go. That has been submitted. Now it's going to ask you here, because we've put in a head injury, whether you want to add it to the concussion tracker. I'm going to say no on this occasion, because in a later video we're going to show you how to do that from scratch. But that now, when you go back to the dashboard, should have added a new incident. There we go at the top, the new incident with a tag that says yes, action was required, which is why in the dashboard it's in the action needed incident. And so then you've got an idea of an incident's occurred, what stage it's at. Other people in that team or group will see that incident and be aware if they need to do anything. Certainly if it's concussion, they'll want to be aware of that so they know what stage the individual's at. But there it is. It's that straightforward to add an incident. Hopefully that's been easy enough to understand. But if you've got any questions, please reach out to Luke at Proactive Reporting and we can help you out. But ultimately, this is the start of us all getting involved to help make the game we love safer.